the Get Savvy with Hazzy jingle last week.
Yeah.
There was someone on YouTube that said Mitch's face during that jingle looks like he's just like seen a ghost or something. And then someone else commented, "Can you blame him? It's the worst thing since Hitler."
The worst thing since Hitler.
Yeah. There's been a few bad things since Hitler.
Bloody hell. I mean, it is bad.
Scarehouse, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Leigh.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Andrew.
Oh, great to have you back, Andrew. And
it's good, isn't it?
It is good. It's nice to all be in the same location.
I thought last week went really, really well. I'll be honest with you.
Swimmingly, I think is the term used.
Computers, how fucking good.
Yeah, fine podcast, that one.
It was good. Anyway, it is great to have you joining us. It's a Canadian club for your chats at the pub. It's a chance for our social catch up with each other and with you. There's some sport, some education, some current affairs. It's basically your favourite radio show that's not on the radio. We Got the Chocolates. That's a win.
You are just a magician.
It doesn't write itself, that stuff, does it?
It does, because that's the same thing you did last week, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much identical. I don't think I actually changed it.
Didn't you?
No.
It's because you changed every other thing on this fucking document we've got so far, but that's okay.
I mean, otherwise it would be the same podcast as last week, and we've already established that was shit.
Yeah, I know. Might be better. Second time around. Anyway, I got the story, boys. It was my daughter's first birthday party on, when was it, Lethal? Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon. We made it Saturday afternoon. I thought we'd make it in the afternoon, put on a couple of beers so the adults can enjoy it. We all know that first birthday parties aren't exactly the most riveting dues for the adults, are they? But no, we had a good afternoon, Lethal, didn't we?
It was quality.
It was good. A couple of beers.
Can't imagine that baby cares that much.
Oh, yeah, she had a blast. I'll tell you, did have a blast with Dom, my 4-year-old son. He spent 48 hours on a jumping castle, I would have thought.
So, like, people were saying, like, oh, jumping castle, that'd be quite expensive. I was like, well, I think it worked out for Dom to be about 8 cents per minute.
Honestly, like, he would have done 64,000 steps on the weekend. Anyway.
He broke once for cake and then ran back
on there. It was pitch black and he went onto the trampoline up to the jumping castle, got pinned with glow sticks. And so, mate, that'll do you. Back
Give it a rest.
Anyway, so we thought, my mum actually, it was a Bluey themed party. Like our kids both love Bluey. Have you seen Bluey?
I feel like that rings a bell. Is that a real old dog thing?
Yeah, it's a blue dog thing. Yeah. It's actually set in Brisbane. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Also, got best news ever. I accidentally got the right gift bag. Like, I just saw a gift bag on my way out of Big W, good people. And
wonderful.
And it was Bluey.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like, I don't know if this is suitable for 1-year-old. Got there. It was a Bluey themed party.
Yeah.
The greatest stroke of genius.
It was perfect. You were on fire all weekend, mate. Right. Bloody hell. Anyway, so what my mum did was drew Bluey, and instead of playing pin the tail on the donkey, all the kids played pin the tail on Bluey. Yeah, we thought it'd be good fun. There was a lot of kids about Dom's age there. Yeah. So I was put in charge of the game, which is the first mistake that Kathleen made for the day, honestly. All the things I could do.
Yeah.
And she put Lethal and I in charge of this game, and fuck me, it turned into a shambles. So
It was so bad.
you would have thought
How hard could it be?
you would have thought it'd be quite simple. Obviously, you line the kids up, you put the blindfold on, spin around once, and put the tail on Bluey.
Yes.
I thought quite simple, right? Yeah. So well, there's how many kids were there? Probably 8 or 10 kids that did it. Every single kid managed to get the tail the right way up in exactly the right spot. So I was writing the name on where the kids were putting the tail.
It was
effectively I wrote a paragraph in the same spot. So we could.
What do you mean? Was your bloody tea towel see-through or something?
So what we used, this is the thing, and so what we used was like a Peter Alexander. Wonderful people they are, but I'll tell you what, their sleep masks obviously don't work because you can see straight through it. Well, that's what we thought. Anyway, so we thought, this is so bizarre. 8 kids have got this bang on. They're 4-year-old kids, right? Yeah. So I'm like, Lethal, come over here. Like, you need to see if this works. And I put it on Lethal. He's like, I can't see a fucking thing.
It was pitch black.
Yeah.
Like, it was genuinely, you could not see through it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So I have no idea what was happening. It still baffles me to this day.
You were spinning them around and
spinning around. It was a proper so we had one prize and we had to somehow divide up one Bluey toy between 14 kids, which didn't work. So everyone got a toenail, so that was good.
It was chaos. But I'm still baffled. I don't know how it worked. Crazy. Genuinely, like all 7. Just bang, 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 bang. Exact same spot. And Cody's looking at me like, tough game. Have this many prizes.
Yeah, all the right intentions, and then again, I still bugger it up. Anyway, no, it was a good do apart from that. But
and then I went to another 1-year-old party yesterday. So I went to 2 on the weekend.
Yeah, what are the chances?
Popular guy, you know how it is. But what I established yesterday just had nothing to do with it being a 1-year-old party. Another jumping castle there, actually, which is elite. But taking photos was the poll that we put up on the Instagram people. On the Instagram
people.
story.
No, that's good.
Yeah, on the Instagram story, I asked the chockies, what eye do you take your photos through? Which you probably wouldn't think about until you had a camera in front of you.
I'm always wondering about that.
But obviously a lot of people then sort of thought about it, and it turned out that most people were like 70% was through the right eye.
Okay.
Yeah. But then a lot of other people were saying it just depends what your dominant eye is, right? And so there were a couple like at the 1-year-old party that were taking them through their left. So Yana and Matt, like people that are quite good at photography. And I was like, oh no, maybe I take photos through the wrong eye. That's why I'm going no good.
Yeah, not that eye.
But turns out it's just your dominant eye. So Skim, which would you be?
I don't know. You sent me some test, and I'm the normal one. What's that?
What is normal?
No, not normal.
Like I'm with the 70%.
Yeah,
the right eye.
Yeah, the simple eye test that you can do. I mean, we could teach people. You put your arms like this. Is good podcasting.
Yeah,
put your arms out in front of you.
It's an audio platform. They can't see your arms.
Make it try. It's on YouTube, man.
Go watch our YouTube videos.
Yeah, we'll put it up there for you. Yeah, we'll do it. Miss Kim will do a demonstration.
Yeah, I'm busy.
But anyway, the reason the reason I want to bring that up is because I would take photos through my right eye. I can only wink on my left eye. Can't close my right eye at all. And so I was like, this is pretty weird, like what's happening here. So obviously my dominant eye is my right. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. But then I Googled it. Turns out everyone winks better with their non-dominant eye. Non-dominant eye.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's just for those that don't have the subtitles on.
Winks better. Yeah. Well, I can wink with both eyes.
Can you?
Yeah. Can you? Oh, yeah, you can't. We just established that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But is one harder than the other?
Maybe.
You've got heavy eyebrows, though. I think
That's
it's
true.
easier.
Yeah. I've got lazy eyes as well. They're nearly closed already. So that's
That's why it takes you so long to read the fucking document.
It's closed.
Wake up in the
He's trying to
morning.
pry him open.
Still reading that out, mate.
Bloody hell.
Skim, can you come winking at the document?
Oh, yeah, next
That's
week.
you, mate. No, you are on fire, buddy.
I'll never get this right. Every single week. We have the same thing every
open
week.
Drive and then you go to the document.
If you have this document open in front of you, you know what comes next in the podcast. But it's the remembering to look down at it that I seem to struggle with.
And you were still winking.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
I did say winking.
Yeah.
But no, very good.
You're not at the doctor's office now, mate.
That was a good joke, though. Yeah, no. It's a really good joke. That's going well.
But
Certainly didn't have a lazy eye that day, did you?
No. What about that segue into joke of the day?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was going. If you two are done, we have a joke of the day, and hopefully Leigh's got audio.
Who's it by, mate? Who's it sent in by?
Shucks.
Sent in by Ben.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks.
Cody, you
Thanks.
were just best.
Well, so what you do is you open up Drive.
Sorry, let me stop the sound effect. You're still going to tell us how you saw it.
You just read the document. You'll see it's from
So
Ben.
you got to
Can I push
download
this
this.
button now?
You got to download this app and it opens up the thing for us.
This is from Ben.
So a bear goes into a bar and he says to the barman, I'd like a large glass of whiskey and cola. And the barman says to the bear, why the large paws? And he says, I don't know, I was born with them.
That was good.
Your face is like drooped when you realised where that was
As soon as we
going.
heard like the lead up line, we're just like,
That's not really what I get the video of your faces. That's excellent.
Leigh, if you don't mind, I also found a decent joke today. I wouldn't mind sneaking in. Little twofer if you don't mind.
Go
gang.
for it.
You ready?
yeah.
So, an Englishman, a Frenchman, a Spaniard, and a German are all on the streets watching a busker, a street performer.
This sounds dangerous in
And-
2022, this joke.
Oh, no, all good. And the street performer notices that they've got a pretty poor view. There's someone standing up in front of them, so he jumps up on a wooden bench and calls out to them, "Hey, can you guys back there? Can you see me now?" And they will reply, "Yes, we see ya."
What?
It's all the different languages.
Says yes in every language.
Yes.
Come on, gig. You get it?
No, I don't actually. To be fair, I wasn't really listening.
Languages whenever your thing.
No,
It's
no,
cool,
no.
with it.
No, what you do is
Anyway,
Is it hot in here or what? Fuck me dead.
Good sweaters.
Comfortable. But yeah, no, if you open up the drive, you'll see we're done with that segment. So moving on to, I think, Lethal has some
Probably the
housekeeping for us.
Yeah. So what you've done for those watching at home is that you've got this segment, but like you've got all the names mixed up, so it's going to be quite an interesting show again.
I can't do everything around here. Anyway, the housekeeping similar to last week, except we got the chocolates cord hats that we have been promoting for exactly 7 days. Godey's got the navy version on, so jump across to the YouTube channel and have a look at that. And they're not far away
Complements
from
his hair beautifully.
Bluey.
And my eyes.
Yeah, they're not far away from being ready to go, are they, Skin?
Not far at all. In fact, hopefully by the time you're listening to this on Thursday, because you can't listen on Friday, obviously, they'll be up and about.
Yeah, gets taken down on Friday. You're only allowed to listen on Thursday. Perfect. Okay, good. Then, in which case, I'm going to go on to. We were alerted by this. We've got some great listeners. I've always said that, obviously.
We do.
This came in from Ryan, and it leads to our first topic of discussion. Hey, legends, assuming you're well. Great assumption. I am.
Me too, Ryan.
Everyone fine?
Yeah, getting there.
Good.
Should be right.
Yeah. Just wondering if you've seen the recent news of Channel 7 launching federal court action against Cricket Australia. Essentially what Channel 7 is arguing is that the Big Bash is not a very valuable TV product anymore. I'd be really interested to know what you guys think of this. In my opinion, the Big Bash has become a bit of a meme, for lack of a better word. In the past few years, it's easy to sit back and, hey, the BBL cricket is a product targeted at kids. Who cares? But as a cricketing and sporting nation, I think we can produce a much more entertaining domestic cricket competition. If that's bringing in more international players or removing the constant music and party atmosphere at the games, I'm not sure. As always, I hope Skin is matching the intensity and Leigh has managed to perfect his time management. Love the podcast, legends. Keep it up. Now, I had no idea what he was talking about, but indeed, it doesn't take much to Google Channel 7 v Cricket Australia and work out that that is indeed happening.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, didn't till you sent it to me, but I've also Googled it since, and yep, that's a thing.
I knew.
You knew?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start then?
Not really.
Good.
Well, I think the cricket. I think Channel 7 have issues because, like, they obviously paid a shitload of money to get the
rights.
Channel 9 had the rights for 40 odd years. So
40, yeah.
Yeah. So they spent a fair bit of money to get the rights off Channel 9. So it's still, I think it still feels quite weird for it not to be on Channel 9.
So weird.
Yeah.
it is a bit.
Like, I think Channel 7 did a pretty good job,
yeah.
but it's just weird to not watch the cricket on 9. Anyway, that's another. But I think given the COVID situation we had around Christmas last year, I think we even spoke to Bays about this or during this or that time last year, that the competition, how do we put it, sort of lacked a bit of
intensity.
Intensity. Have you got something going for me? Or it lacked maybe a bit of star power because a lot of players were sort of getting ruled out with COVID and there wasn't a lot of huge gap for the Aussie guys to play. So I think Channel 7 have had some pretty big issues with what Cricket Australia are doing with the Big Bash tournament at the moment.
And then they even pulled in an example of particular players. So I read today that they were talking about Steve Smith. I don't know if you read this, but about, because remember he was blocked from playing, like wanted to come out of the Australian bubble straight into the Big Bash bubble so that he could play for the Sydney Sixers, who he's always played for, always been signed for. And they had room on their list, but they said that it had to be filled by a supplementary player, basically. And people, I think we talked about that at the time, and you could argue sort of either way. But Channel 7's basically saying that was an opportunity to have one of the stars of the game.
Best player in the world, right?
Yeah, best player in the world. He would have put a lot of bums on seats and, or more importantly for them, obviously, a lot of eyes on the television. And he was blocked from playing. So I think they've found like little things like that the whole way where it's been like, what is going on here?
Yeah, okay.
And I think the end game for them, they actually want to get out of the contract, which is interesting. Yeah. So they've said that they're not going to stop showing the cricket.
Yeah.
But the end game is that they would like to be released because they've got 2 years left on that contract, and they want to get out of it.
It probably opens up another can of worms for the Big Bash as well, because like, I think a lot from the people I speak to, like we're still involved in cricket circles, that the tournament itself is running long. Like it's a long tournament. I think everyone gets really exciting for that first sort of 3 weeks. But like it's a 6 week plus long tournament. Like it's sort of by the end of it, you sort of don't even realize who's playing who, which is a real shame because I love it. Like I love sitting down on you can watch cricket on a Tuesday night on Free-to-Air telly. How good's that, right? Yeah. So I think they need to do something Cricket Australia to sort of just spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. And anytime I go to the games, I'm admittedly not a big fan of the big parties and music and stuff in between balls and stuff. That always gets me off.
I think we've spoken about that before. But their point, certainly from like a BBL point, is that they're trying to attract new audiences to the game, so that we're not the target market.
Yeah.
People that already like cricket, we're actually not the target market. But sometimes I wonder if it goes too far.
Yeah, I wonder if are they going to lose people?
You don't want to drive away your people that do already love cricket at the same time. Like at what cost kind of thing to bring in new audiences? Is it people like us going, well, this is kind of annoying that our ears get blasted in between every ball?
Yeah, you know, it's the most annoying thing. Like, I've only been to at the Gabbers. Like, it's the middle of summer, right? And they put like fires in around the effort, like flamethrowers. Yeah. It's like 31 degrees in Brisbane, like in like a concrete building. So let's add more.
15 meters away, and just burning.
Let's have more here. Let's turn this liquid lukewarm lager a little bit hotter, if that's okay.
Just what I wanted. Yeah, $10 Forex.
It's bath
room
water.
temperature. I was just going to say, well, a couple of things. Firstly, I can understand that the BBL's struggling and Channel 7 aren't stoked on that. But I'd just be like, they're filing a big old like court suit. I just don't understand what contract they could have broken. I get the Steve Smith thing about like them missing out on opportunities and stuff, and that's like one fine example. But otherwise, it seems so strange. Like if they've expected to maintain 1 million views per game and then it's just not hit it, like surely how is that breaking a contract? Surely that's just a poor investment, and you should have done a better job analysing the BBL when you invested in buying those rights, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So
it's not like, well, I agree with that, because it's not like international players not playing Big Bash is like a new thing.
No.
It's pretty,
like
and
it's never been the IPL or anything. Like it's not on
this
the
year
same
they're
scale
actually going to play a lot more. What I found interesting, Big Bash players will play, international players will play heaps more Big Bash this year because South Africa, is it? They cancelled they pulled out of their tour to Australia because they want all their international players playing in their home tournament.
Right.
So it is quite interesting how other countries view it.
I wonder with the length of the tournament, maybe we're not getting those like huge international stars anymore because like they can't really commit
because they can't come for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. They need a new visa by the time they leave. Like it's sort of like so. Whereas like at least with the IPL, like they're getting $500,000 plus for the same length tournament.
Yeah,
right. But they can go to I don't know the Pakistan Super League or something like that for 2.5 weeks and. Yeah, it's a quick, easy tournament and you get decent money as well. So, I think there's a lot.
What's this other thing you got in there, Skip?
Yeah, I was just found something that I got a little chuckle out of.
This will be good.
Just to turn it into a little skid stats. I just read this bit in the article that was about, it was reported in February that BBL games have lost an average of 450,000 TV viewers per game compared to an average of 1.1 million views when the BBL was broadcast by Channel 10 in 2016. And so I was just, hypothesizing, I wonder what could have possibly caused that. Maybe a lot more people just watch Channel 10 than Channel 7. Maybe they just have heaps more viewers. So I just Googled
you are into a deep hole
Channel 10 average viewers per, and the first article that popped up was, this is from like a couple of weeks ago, Channel 10's new breakfast show records 44 viewers in Sydney.
44?
That's...
We've got more viewers.
We've got more viewers on us at the moment, sitting in our backyard.
And a shout out to Joan and Jim in the
backyard. So I guess that wasn't the reason.
No, that is not the reason.
Probably the longer season makes more sense now that I think about it. Having an extra 100 games a year, probably means you're not watching all of them anymore. Now.
Alrighty, guys and girls, on to our favourite segment, I reckon, of all time. What do you reckon? Do you want to hit the buzzer straight away? Bang, go.
We've got 10 minutes in the bit.
That's the wrong one. That's unlucky. There we go.
Is this Master Dust? Everyone's head pops along here. Is this Master Dust?
Performing CPR.
It won't take too long, but don't get it wrong.
Good beat.
Is this Master Dust?
Oh, change up too.
I just want to also play that jingle. Reminded me the Get Savvy with Hazzy jingle last week.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the credit on that too. Even though I sent you that bloody thing, didn't even mention my name.
If you sing it, I would have been happy to give you credit. There was someone on YouTube that said Mitch's face during that jingle looks like he's just like seen a ghost or something, and then someone else commented, "Can you blame him? It's the worst thing since Hitler."
You know what? It's the reject shop. That's what the jingle's from. It's the reject shop. Yeah.
Reject
Yeah.
shop.
Because
The worst thing since Hitler.
Yeah.
You people, there's been a few bad things since Hitler.
Bloody hell. I mean, it is bad.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
I would think
Let's
so.
move it on. Muscle Dust, like I said, is our favourite segment where we use a rating scale, all right, to sort of, I guess, rate things that are either really, really good, so must, or really not good, shall we say,
Yeah,
which
so
are dust. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like it. What do you got for us
Well,
first?
the first one here, and this is prompted by Leigh. Do you want to give the backstory to this, or are we telling a bit later, of cross-sport / cross-code promotional
Yeah,
pictures?
well, there was a bit of a hoo-ha about this in the news because Manchester United are in Australia at the
Correct.
moment.
And a few other Premier League, like Leeds and Aston Villa. And,
Aston Villa played it in Suncorp the other night. But definitely Manchester played Melbourne Victory, didn't
yeah. I think it's
the
4-1.
Yeah,
Man
Melbourne
U
Victory scored first, and then Man U put on an absolute clinic, and pogo them obviously. But yeah, great spectacle. But there was massive uproar because there was a photo of who was it?
Is Marcus Rashford who plays for
Yes,
Plays for Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Plays for Manchester United. That's right.
Between the three of us, we know something about football.
No, mate, we got to get better because football, I've realised on the weekend, is the most popular sport in the world by streets. Like,
You've only just realised that.
well, you've never said it. We've done a podcast for
I
140
thought it was common knowledge. It's like
Everyone knew that.
comfortably the biggest sport in the world, yeah.
Well, you probably should mention it more on the podcast.
Well, I played under sevens when I was a kid.
Oh, you
Kicked
did,
night,
yeah.
kicked a goal from goalkeeper one day. It was really good. Yeah.
Then put the bell back in the ball.
The field was as big as this lounge room. Anyway, yeah. So that they always do these stupid cross sport. Well, I shouldn't say stupid. Well, there you go, dust.
Yeah.
Cross sport, cross code promotional things like when NBA players come and they give them like an AFL Guernsey or and the same thing with like these guys who came over and he's taken a photo with a Sharon and people are sort of saying like why not sort of just promote the actual sport like A-League or soccer in Australia is not that big. Like, why don't we throw some support behind that?
God, he's had a
What
mare
have you done?
with the mic? Yeah, right. Okay. I just couldn't believe how big of a ruckus there was about what are you doing?
What are you doing? You need to let all of this stuff go. This is micromanagement.
Really?
Oh, well, yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, speak to Leigh while he's over here. While he's over here fucking touching my mic.
I got a little bit distracted by you just leaving the podcast. Where was I?
I don't know. We're talking about that Manchester United player, Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, something about it.
He's it's lucky because he's actually married to a golfer called Paula Creamer.
I'm actually surprised he made the tour, to be honest. I thought he'd be ruled out with that Rashford. Know what I'm saying, Skin?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
He's not actually married to Paul Creamer because like her last name says like cream, but you put on a rash.
Yeah, you put cream on your rash. Yeah, that's good.
You've always been a bit Rashford with your decision making as well. Sometimes I've seen Skin.
Okay.
You have one for us?
I don't. Do you put?
No, do it.
matter.
No, say it. No, say it.
No, I
say it.
don't have one. I was going to ask a question to try and think of one, but it'll take too long. I've got nothing. Let's move on. I was going to say, it seemed. I thought all the hoo-ha about it just seemed like a massive overreaction. Like I don't see a massive amount of value in him taking a photo with the Sharon, but I don't.
Who's it for? Is it for?
That's
are they hoping that Man U supporters will watch AFL, or are they?
No,
hoping
I'm hoping that I assume they're hoping that all the AFL supporters in Australia will
Now
take some
go to
notice of
Man U.
football, and at the A-League in Australia will get bigger because people will care about football.
because
Surely
he
that's.
put a Sharon in his hand. Do you
Well,
reckon that works?
I don't think it works that well. I would think that they could do something more exciting, like get a rather skillful football player.
Well, one of the
to come, kick ridiculous bananas from the pocket or something like that would probably be a cool
or
promotion.
little
I would think.
Alex Jeslenko like hangers on the top of the head sort of thing.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like he might do an ACL.
But every time they do that, it's like they do it with NBA players all the time. They come over and they try and teach them to handball, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's like teaching year 6 kids. Like they just look terribly uncoordinated.
Yeah, I guess it is a very different skill set. Remember that? Remember that NFL player that we talked about ages ago who like punted it, ran and picked it up and punted it again? Everyone was like amazed that he picked up a ball off the ground.
That happens like 4 million times a game.
Everyone's
mate.
like,
That's the idea of the
So
game.
what are we all going? Must or dust here?
I think they're dust. I don't see the value in them. I wouldn't have blown up as much as obviously the football fans in Australia did, or the football SBS reporters also.
No, I think must when executed better than that.
there's nothing I could care less about. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, cool.
I've never seen one that's been executed well enough that old team must.
All right.
That's failed to reach the radar. Anyway,
I've got the next one for you.
oh nice.
It hits a nerve. Places that are still cash only.
No,
2022.
You're blowing up about this on the story.
Yeah, like, well,
Must.
do you like it?
I only use cash.
Well, that's just because you're avoiding tax.
I
You like going to a place like that? Sorry, we're cash only.
well,
Okay, so
sorry.
you're
It
changing
it
more
wouldn't
to-
bother me.
You're changing it more to you still see value in paying in cash.
Oh, but
Whereas I would
if
never
they
cover.
said only cash, so okay, that's fine. That wouldn't bother me one bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you went to a McDonald's that was cash only.
That was
It's like one of the
Australia.
biggest
It was
companies in the
Australia-wide,
world.
yeah.
Surely they can afford an Eftpos machine and
crazy.
some electricity.
Apparently, it was like that genuinely all throughout Australia. I think it was a bank thing.
Right.
I wouldn't know the bank. Obviously, the great people.
Give him a ring. Yeah.
I think it was Westpac.
All right.
That works for McDonald's.
Yeah,
apparently.
okay.
I'm sure they've got some partnership. Yeah, so Australia-wide, letting people down. And I just like, as soon as they said that, like, cash only, I was like, oh, you kidding? You've lost me.
Yeah, well, genuinely, I haven't carried cash since now.
I can't remember the last. I don't even know what cash looks like anymore.
I've never seen your wallet, so it's hard to. I'd agree with you on that. You've still got fucking pennies in yours.
Have they got rid of the paper notes yet? Are they?
They bring out new ones.
Nah,
but what about the other way around? Places that went no cash for COVID.
Yeah, no. See,
I have no issue with anything like that at all. Just like I think you need to be flexible in your lives. I reckon.
I got it at the time, but I think I'm over it now.
Yeah.
Like if you.
So what do you want then? You want people to pay in cash or card? What do you
I want
want?
both available.
Okay, but what are you going to pay with?
Always card.
Okay, well,
or
there you
actually
go.
phone.
Yeah.
I just only tap my phone.
Kind of card, yeah.
Yeah, but no, you just want both available. You can't. If I've got cash, I want to be able to spend it.
That's right.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
that
definitely
one
don't
time.
want. Yeah, I don't want it to be cash only. That's no good.
All right. Next one.
Did we say anything for that?
I think
we
you
all
said dust, and I said must.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
We just all
Yeah.
elaborated far too much.
Next one. I don't know how far we want to go with this one. Taco Bell.
It's a random one, but I just apparently in America Taco Bell's big. I've seen one.
I think there's a couple around here. Not
Yeah.
many though.
Seen 2 or 3.
Been there
to one.
once, and I don't get the hype. I would say dust.
Dust.
I've never been to one, so I can't comment too much. But it looks just like a sort of cheaper Zambreros or something, basically. Is
Yeah.
that
My
fast?
only-
Oh, well,
cheaper,
I'm going to
cheaper,
throw.
faster. So I'd say
how-
dust
what do
because I
wanna
really like
say here?
Zambreros and Guzman.
Okay. Oh, what would you? Okay. What would you prefer? Yeah, Zebras or Guzman? There you go. That'll get you. For me, it's a no-brainer.
What is it?
Guzman's.
Season Brews is my preferred.
Really?
How many sponsors can we plug?
Apparently a lot. I think I go Guzman more often, but that's just because there's one down the road from work. To be
Yeah,
honest,
that's proximity.
What's your go-to Mexican?
just a burrito.
You ask him this all the time.
I think I asked you that 2 episodes ago.
A burrito. I like
Yeah, it
burrito.
shows how much I listen to you, mate.
No, you still
That does
haven't changed
not
your favourite
surprise
Mexican
me
meal from
one
last week
bit.
when I asked you. Okay, do you want the last one or do you want me to have it?
I'll do something useful for once. No junk mail signs.
Are you shimming on letterboxes? Assuming.
I would assume so. Yes.
Not on your email.
No.
Junk mail. I wish that worked.
You've got a way to put a sign on your email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do anything now.
No junk mail. Oh, that one was sent in a couple, like when we last put it up on Instagram, which I found interesting because I looked at it and went, no, they actually are dust. I think if you have a no junk mail sign on your letterbox, you're a bit of a gabe.
I think you've got too much time on your hands if you're worrying about
They
putting
don't
aside.
work anyway.
Well, not
Yeah,
even
as
that.
if
It's
the
like if you've
bloody
got
12-year-old
that
kid,
much
right?
time in your head to think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Bunnings, right? I'm going to buy a sign. So people say like going like get the signs of like beware of the dog. I'm just like, okay, get the dog in the backyard then. You know what I mean? It's like just
But almost everyone that has a beware of the dog side. And the dog's like this cute little
Yeah,
golden
like a
retriever,
chihuahua or
just like
something like that,
desperate for pats as you walk past. It's
well,
like,
it's more for mine. It's like someone's actually taking the time and effort to like go and like physically buy that sign.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm too busy to be worrying about that.
Yeah, you're flat out.
I am flat out. Like,
That's also why I think it's dust.
yeah.
But also, I just think it makes you look like a bit of a.
And junk mail's quite cool.
It makes you look really antisocial. I reckon.
Really?
Like you just like don't want anyone to come
You
to your
want to
house.
speak to the postie?
Yeah. So if I bought a house, it's a long way off. if I bought a
What are you
house-
talking? We are fucking rolling in it on this.
If I bought a house and it had a no junk mail sign on it, I
You'd
would
take
want
it
a
down?
discount off the price,
Oh, right. Okay.
Nice.
and I would take it down.
Good.
It's great.
Good negotiating.
Great bartering.
I like it. Can I throw one more in here?
Of course you can. No, I like the surprises ones.
I've chucked it in the document. I don't know if you've seen it.
No,
but,
absolutely not. Look how small it is.
Sent in by Bo Dawson. QR code.
He doesn't live at the creek by any chance, does he?
Don't know.
Dawson's Creek skin.
Okay, nice.
Apparently in his house he actually lives at Dawson.
You know he bloody does his he does his shoelaces, but he ties them in a bow.
I'm glad I brought this one up. Thanks, Bo. It's really good.
That's how quick we are, because none of us saw that because we can't see it, right? We can't see it.
We literally can't.
So you think people think we prepared this stuff? We don't. Because we can't see it. Because we can't see it on the bottom of the document.
I know, because it's in. This isn't even font 1. This is size about 0.3.
And you did that on purpose so that we couldn't do puns.
Yes, exactly.
Anything you do, you
we're
don't.
Still here.
You should not enter
I still
stuff.
haven't read the must or dust.
And test us.
Okay, what's the actual topic?
The topic is QR code menus in pubs.
Okay.
Yeah, dust.
Dust?
100% dust.
Okay, why?
It's annoying. Just fucking hand the laminated menu over and move on. What if the internet
Then
doesn't
you got to
work?
walk all the way up to the bar, which Bo claims is
But
the
then
whole
you got to
point
pay.
of going to.
Oh, but then you
pub.
got to pay with card. You can't have both options, though, can you?
All pubs do have both options.
Yeah, but if you're paying on your phone, then you don't have the option of paying for cash.
No, that's true. You don't.
Oh,
I would.
I
I like the QR code.
You don't, 'cause you don't have to talk to people?
Not
Is
talking to people. I like not getting out of my seat. The problem is they charge you a little bloody 3% transaction fee or whatever.
I didn't realise that until I read Bo Doors on the hinges.
Which Bo's not happy with, and neither am I. Like, if I'm coming to the pub and it's table service, like, surely that price is included in the price of the food. I'm not paying extra because I've used a QR code.
What gets me is they ask you for a tip. I'm like, I did all the work. I ordered on a QR code. I've done everything. Why am I tipping you? You should be tipping me. All you're doing is bringing the plate over. So I can do that as well if you want.
I think are we all dust? But I'm dust for other reasons.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I like going to talk. I like going to talk to the bartender and
All right, another one of our favourite segs here. Give you a listening to, our chance to listen to our listeners, I guess. And we've had an email sent.
Wait a second. Now, remember you ambushed
Apologies, everyone.
No, you
I don't even remember this jingle. I don't even.
No, it's because I never got to play it because Skin ambushed him with a stupid Rickroll thing last time. Remember?
That was funny.
Remember? So this is actually how it was meant to go. I worked it out. Ready? It was like this.
Never gonna. Oh wait.
I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. But listen to
Jocks.
How did you not see that coming?
did because I was looking at my fisherman's friends. What are their names?
Not quite as smooth as this.
Paul Salmon was one of them.
It was really hard to cut at that point. But listen to it. The jocks.
What was the other one? Who runs the world? Tim.
that was
not
the
quite
best
as
one
smooth
of
as that
that.
one, but
Yeah, there was a nice gap in that one.
But yes, no, thank you, Lethal. So yeah, we're giving you listening to our chance to listen to the listeners, and we've had an email sent in here from George. Hey all, I love the pod. Need a bit of advice if it's quite all right. I just wanted to know what the correct etiquette is when wishing someone a happy birthday. I'd texted a friend to say happy birthday, but then later that morning, other friends in our friendship group sent a birthday message to him in our group chat. I don't want the other friends to think that I haven't wished him a happy birthday, but I also don't want to wish him a happy birthday twice.
That's so
Any
fair.
tips?
I actually always have that feeling.
Do you though?
Really?
Do you though?
Yeah, because
That happens often, you reckon?
In the WhatsApp groups, they always like everyone starts wishing. It's so annoying because notifications go off all the time. And we've had this chat before and said just flick them a text like individually.
Yeah, okay.
But the group chat will go off, and then you feel like you're obligated to join in.
No, you don't. You absolutely don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you
I'm a
don't.
people pleaser, man. That's why people like
Yeah, but
me.
you've pleased the one person that matters on that day. You flicked him a text. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. I think this is rubbish. This whole
what
thing,
you're
this
just
whole email. If you flicked him a text, you flicked him a text. That's it. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
Let it
would
go.
you say, I reckon what you should do then, you've just changed my mind.
Okay.
I would
You're
then
about to steal my
announce. I would then announce in the group chat that I've already sent him a message.
Oh,
personally.
I was about to say, you've got the opportunity to really big dog everyone here and say happy birthday again.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hey, mate, in addition to that personal message I sent you, also happy birthday.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
I
No
really
brainer.
like that. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Hope
Now-
that helped, George.
Did.
Good.
Well, we can't check, but I'm sure he'll let us know.
You can text us tomorrow and send it in our group chat.
Anyone's birthday, so. We also got one from James. Now, this is more sporting related. This is actually over a few weeks, really. Like, he sent us this audio grab ages ago, and I referred to it last week when we were talking about rugby and we are talking about dumb rules in sport.
Was that on the good audio that we had last week?
Yeah, when you were on the phone.
Oh, I probably couldn't hear it then.
When we were talking about, just how, I think it was that, wasn't it? It was the worst rules in sport about knockdown.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and I mentioned saying, someone sent us a message, blah, blah, blah. I found that exact message. It's from James in the UK. I actually wanted to call him today. We always try and get a caller on once per episode. James is unavailable due to work, but I've sort of pre-recorded all of his thoughts anyway, so it's still like we got him on. Here was his first bit.
James here from the UK. Love the pod, found it pretty recently. Love all the sports chat, find you guys pretty funny. But I don't get your Aussie obsession with AFL and NRL. I love rugby union, and it's just a way better sport. Like NRL, I don't know, it's just a bit boring, just a bit samey. And AFL, just stupid shorts, stupid little vests. Just a weird looking sport. It's like, it looks like you're dropping the ball all the time. It looks kind of amateur. Just don't get it at all. And I'd like to understand why you guys don't like rugby union. England are coming to tour Australia. We've got a 3-game tour coming up, and I just don't get why you're not interested in it at all. Because it's way better than Aussie rules and NRL. Cheers, and bye.
Okay.
Pretty strong on
Yeah,
his
he's going hard.
thoughts.
Well, but I think if you listened to last week, when you could actually hear the audio that we said last week, I think Leigh and I both said that we actually used to like watching Union a lot when we were kids, but I think the game now has become very over scrutinised with video referees and rules and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the people think that non-watchers of Union struggle with Union is like the ruck interpretation is like who's getting the penalty and for what reason. Like if I was to tell you like what happened, you'd go, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, genuinely. Well, I just haven't watched a lot of Union. I enjoy watching it. That's the other thing I was going to say is I feel like people in Australia don't seem to get around our like national competition that much in rugby union, but still like when the Wallabies are playing England, people watch
Yeah, I
it.
watched
Like,
a
it's
bit of it the other night. Yeah.
And that game was also sold out.
Yeah.
So
Like
people
it's
still
not
going.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. We might not probably speak about it as much as we should or could or whatever it might be, but obviously people in Australia still like it.
We can't do Supercoach rugby union, is what I'm saying.
Can you not?
I don't know.
It would have to be a competition.
I'm sure it exists somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. I don't talk about it very much because I've just never really gotten into it that much and never watched a ton of it. And now when I watch a game, I'm fucking confused about what the hell's going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying is the issue. Like, this is nothing against. Like, it's just it's very hard to follow for someone who's like a casual viewer like yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, if you sort of know what's happening, like that's great and all. But I think why it's getting a lot of people offside. Pardon the pun. You happy with that?
That's really good.
Yeah, is that there's just a lot of things happening that a lot of people don't know what's happening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
His criticisms of AFL are fair though. Like it probably can be too
bad
scrappy.
shorts and bad sleeves.
Yeah, obviously.
Not so much that.
I
just no.
Shouldn't
I
go to
think,
best. But no, just about it being scrappy and like dropping the ball and stuff. Like often AFL can become like all 22 blokes are just like in one spot.
Yeah.
And it
I just think all of those stereotypes are bad though. Like I think that probably rugby I've stereotyped to be like, they're just it's conversions and it's just big.
It's a penalty
of bodies.
Yeah.
And like I would have stereotypes about rugby. Like his thing about rugby league, what James said about rugby league being just too samey, one up the guts sort of thing. There'll be lots of people that think that, but if you watch a full game, you're like, well, actually, they don't really do that much.
Yeah.
And same with AFL, like, there'll be times where you're like, no, geez, what's going on? And then there's other times where you see people taking pack marks and kicking goals, insane goals from the boundary and stuff where you're like, well, this is elite. So every sport has its own nuances that make it both a little bit mundane and then also unbelievable to those people that really love it. And I've never intentionally tried to pan rugby. We probably just don't. We just don't watch as much as the other ones. We just talk about things that are directly in our interest level. And after James, because then James sent this actually. And
you are on fire.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to get him.
for it.
I wanted to get him on the phone, but obviously he wasn't available. So I do want to continue to give him a platform. I mean, it's great to have. Because the three of us are just sitting here going, none of us watch rugby that much. So it's nice to hear from someone that really does watch it.
Hey guys, just listen to the latest pod. Cool to hear you talk about Union. Sad to hear you just bagging it.
Fuck me, James.
I kind of get it. Like that slap down rule is a bit stupid, but you can't have people just knocking the ball out of the air.
Why?
Refs are taking it a bit far for sure.
I thought that
And
too.
I get what you mean with 15 on 15. There's not loads of space on the pitch to run around people, but it's more attritional. It's more like warfare. It's It's just strategic. It's wicked. I find it odd how obviously you're a nation who love your sport. You Aussies will get competitive about a fucking game of tiddlywinks, but you could be a powerhouse on the rugby union stage again. But it's obviously just not popular. Anyway, we obviously got a series decider on Saturday. Hopefully England win, but it'd be cool to hear you guys getting behind your team a little bit more as well.
Yeah. So, England did win, so we'll be happy about that at least.
Yeah.
Harry Wilson played though, which is a good former guest.
That was
show.
cool. Yeah,
He's
former guest.
a great fella.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's. I don't get why can't you have people knocked out? Like, 'cause I guess
fuck's
from
fine,
rugby
no?
league, we'd think that's like a cool defensive play. Like in touch footy, we do that all the time.
What are you going to do? Fucking headbutt it?
Yeah, like if you're 2-on-1 and you're the last defender, you're
Let it
trying
go.
to knock it down.
Well, you're going to let it go.
So I've always thought that was good defending, but apparently in
the
rugby,
only
obviously,
Probably the end of
Yeah,
trying
different.
again.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't like, well, that instance was just a genuine intercept attempt. That was,
Yeah. Exactly. Well, James,
He said
in
that.
fairness,
He said
James
that as well. But we're just saying it's a stupid rule. Full stop.
Yeah.
But after James's message, I actually did watch the Wallabies. Like I made a conscious effort to go, fair enough, I'll go and watch it.
Yeah.
And like I sat there and enjoy. I just like sport, so it's fine. Like I can sit there and watch it. But to be honest, there were league and AFL games on other channels that I probably would have flicked back to if it wasn't for James's message. So
Well done,
don't
James.
say I don't do anything for you, James. That's the real moral of the story.
nice. Is there another segment after that?
No.
Go to his tweet.
Oh, tweet of the week. Bang. I just got to open up Drive here.
Is it tweet of the week? You're in for a tweet.
You're in for a tweet. Nearly got it right. You got to play your buzzer, mate.
I had a tweet too, actually.
Did
We're
you?
going- we're going two for this
I'll
week.
read mine first.
Actually,
and then
we've got a lot of tweets this week, don't we? Aren't we reading yours as well?
Oh, look, if you want to. Tweet of the week. Anyway, this one is
That was a
from...
really well timed sound effect.
This one is from Badalna. Anyway.
What?
Anyway,
Okay.
did you guys see what happened to Ryan Pappenhausen on Sunday?
Oh, I didn't
he got
watch it. I
injured,
heard
I heard
that.
that.
Yeah, it
Tore
was
his meniscus or something.
No, it was a fractured kneecap. Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
Did it?
Yeah, no good. Like it was
How long out for?
Oh,
That?
eternity. No.
Really?
Oh no, like not this year. He's
Worse
not
than ACL?
I don't know. It can't be good. A fractured kneecap.
What sounds yuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
sounds-
doesn't sound
anyway.
good, yeah.
So best wishes for Pappy because he's a fucking good player. I really like watching Pappy play. Anyway, it's just disappeared. How did that happen? Now I found it. All right. Anyway, this tweet: Ryan Pappenhausen is in the safest hands possible in Melbourne. If anyone knows how to deal with a broken cap, it's the Melbourne Storm.
Very good.
that's excellent. What was your skin?
Mine was about the new NASA built a James Webb telescope, I think it is, which has been putting out.
Oh, James, he's middle name bloody Spider.
Yeah, nice.
Whereabouts?
I got the name right, actually. I didn't double check that. But anyways, have you seen
Oh, you
those?
know what his cousin's name is?
Okay, I've got time to go check that I've got the name right while you do these stupid jokes.
He's worldwide.
Yeah, good.
Are you looking up one to do?
Yeah, no, I'm looking up James Webb telescope. Yeah. So all good. But anyways,
Which eye does he look through into the telescope?
this non-dominant or
That's not,
something.
that's not a telescope, mate.
I don't think that's how it works.
It is. You look through your dominant eye through the telescope as well.
We're still on this, are we?
Oh no, Mitch just asked.
I think it's taken photo. I didn't build it, but I can't imagine it's got an eyepiece. Like I think it would just take.
Not with that attitude.
Okay. Anyways, have you seen the photos that have been released from NASA from this? You haven't seen any of these.
You didn't send him in the group chat, so how are we meant to know?
They're like all over the internet. It's quite a big thing.
What do you think I do all day?
Yeah. And it's called the web skin.
Anyways, it's released stunning
You know
images
his other
from.
cousin, bloody Carl
I
Webb.
think it can look all the way. I think it's like 130 million years from the from the Big Bang. So it's quite impressive. It's a big old thing that's been happening. But anyways, there was a tweet about it, which I'll now have to go back and find. So give me a moment.
Yeah. We also didn't see that tweet somehow, shockingly.
It comes from Joe, averagely Joe. Nice.
on fire tonight.
says all those galaxies with trillions of planets inside, and we ended up on the one with a 40-hour work week.
See, that's a really good tweet skin.
Yeah,
I wish you had to stop mucking around and just go
Yeah,
up to
why
that
the hell
tweet.
did it take you that long to get there?
I think it might have something to do with the two dickheads constantly interrupting me.
Just next time, big
I'll never
cricket
know, I guess, yeah. One day we'll work it out.
Do you have one?
Huh?
Do you have a tweet?
Nah. Oh, you wrote a good one.
No, I did.
In the state of Ocean. What was it? One of the Chalkies nominated you for Tweet of the Week. Can you remember what it was? I didn't write it down.
No,
I just remember reading it and going, that's quite humorous.
Yeah, and not talking about his funny bone.
Skin.
Got it.
Can you stop texting?
I'm looking up Cody's tweets.
Oh, you read it, X. I don't want to toot my own horn or read my own tweet.
Okay, well, there's one here that says ticker, can't buy it at Woolies, which
Yeah, that's pretty good as well.
Queensland.
We can't. Have you ever seen Tigger at Woolies?
Have not, no.
Good. Thought so.
More of a
it was-
Coles man, though. Great people.
Yeah, but wasn't Tigger in the Winnie the Pooh films?
Get rid of that noise.
No, I won't.
No, the other one, Jerome Luai would celebrate man cats.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the one.
After he was standing over
Yes.
fine gentleman who'd just been
Yeah,
nailed.
that was ordinary. And that was you're in for a tweet.
That was my job. And that was urine for a tweet.
Deja vu. Rightio, that's another week of the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew and get around us on the socials or get in touch at the website.
Yep, that's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, etc. We're just We Got The Chocolates. The website is wegotthechocolates.com.au, and you can send an email to, if it's podcast related, to hello@wegotthechocolates.com.au.
Don't forget to head across to YouTube as well.
Yeah,
We
please
are
do that.
flying on YouTube. It's good.
Real good.
This edit should be a bit easy for you, Davo.
Just.
And if I may, we forgot in the housekeeping, Lethal, we just talked about the hats. I couldn't bring a great new review because there were so few of them. So if you could jump onto Apple or wherever you listen and leave us a review and a rating as well, that'd be greatly appreciated.
And when you say wherever you listen, just Apple, because
Just
the only
Apple.
ones that
Okay,
offer reviews.
nice. Ratings are other places too, but you'll work it out.
Yeah, you can do ratings.
Unless you're Goaty, then you probably won't work it out
No
because it's
chance.
technology.
What you do is you open Drive.
From Cody, Mitch, and myself, thank you very much for listening. We love making this. We're very glad that you do listen. And remember that if you are getting amongst the laughs and good times with your mates this week, you are absolutely getting the chocolates. We'll speak to you this time next week. And as always, good luck in the future. And that stops.
Well, that's the podcast. So, what the hell are you still doing here? Go and get the chocolates, you marvelous beast.